Are you snoring? Was that snoring, Eddie? So damn adorable, Eddie. Everyone wants to hear you snore and purr, Eddie. Is that the best you can do? You got one eye open, Eddie. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm Anne. Eddie's my cat. He's taking a drink right now. No, he's actually eating. Eddie, you want to say hello to your fans? Eddie, come on, don't be rude. Excuse me, Eddie. You got fans? Once again, I do have to work today, but this morning I've got a little bit of time and I've decided to do something I've been procrastinating on for a long time. I want to begin tackling the wall up there. So this morning I'll be taking everything down, washing it down with some, sugar soap and water. And then I want to begin painting it because I know it's going to take a few coats. As you can see there, that's where I stopped painting it last time. I want to continue it only to the corner though, because I've only got a little bit left of the old tin of paint, and then I bought new paint for the bathroom, and I'll finish that part under the aircon there. You can probably see it better now. So I'll finish that small wall and then the bathroom side with the new paint. They are both just plain white, so they should blend in, but if they don't, at least there's that separation line. I'm trying to save money. I don't want to buy any more of the old paint because this is more than enough to finish the bathroom. The only reason I can't start the bathroom is because Google says that it's best to start painting in the bathroom after the tiles are already put on. So Jessie agreed to that, so that's what I will do. So right now I'm just going to set up the ladder and start clearing it all and then start washing down everything. I'll put it on a time lapse for you guys so you can see what's going on, but yeah, who wants to do it in real time, right? It's going to be slow and boring. The aircon is on at the moment. That's going to help dry the wall quite quickly, but while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm just going to get my paint ready. This is the leftover old paint that I painted the rest of the unit with so far. I don't stir anything anymore, I just shake the crap out of it. A painter taught me this trick. I think I've mentioned it a few times before. This is water-based paint, so it's not going to smell any. Well, it smells slightly, but not bad, so I'm not too worried about Eddie. But what I will do after I record my job here, I'm going to air out the room, open all the doors and windows, and then put Eddie outside for a while anyway. It won't take long to dry because I will only do one coat to begin with. I've decided to start with the rolling rather than the cutting this time because I am limited on paint. I find that when I cut first, I do, you know, more than is needed. So if I roll first, I can actually see what's left to cut in later with the paintbrush. But yeah, if I cut in with the paintbrush first, I always do it way too thick, and I don't need to. Hopefully this will save me a little bit of work, a little bit of time by doing it this way first. What I also like to do is line the roller with a garbage bag. I used to use cling wrap, but I find where the joins of the cling wrap are, the paint can seep in there. But with a garbage bag, I don't need to worry about it. I'm just going to tie it in like that. Then I'm just going to pour the paint in here. Get some of the air out first. You can't see what I'm doing. Probably put a bit more in, to be honest. That bit of plastic is going to be in the way. Clean it up with this. As you can see, I'm not using any drop sheets because I am lazy. But I'm going to take the paint up there now and begin rolling. I hope this angle is okay for you all. I just don't know where else to put my phone right now. Eddie's up on the loft bed. The reason I want to get this wall painted as well is I actually have some pet cameras. I think I have 2 or 3 of them somewhere amongst all my mess, and I want to set one up around here up top so I can have a visual of Eddie in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and this spot. And then I want to set one up by the front door or near the TV so I can see him on the loft bed, or when he goes, you know, into the office area. That way I can watch him and stalk him and make sure he's okay when I'm not home. So that's the reason I got them. I had them set up in my other rentals, but I haven't been able to put them up here yet because I can't find them, but I will get there, guys. Oh, look at that. 2 coats of rolling should cover this pretty well. And then I think last time was 4 coats of cutting with the paintbrush. Well, balancing the tripod on the tiles was not a good idea, but I've just put it back there. Hopefully it will stay here because I want you guys to see what I'm doing, in case you want to see what I'm doing. And that's all done for now. That's the first coat. I don't think it will take long to dry at all, to be honest. I'll probably have time to do a second coat before work today. So what I'll do now is I'll put this tray in this bag, and that should keep it moist and wet until I come back to do the second coat. I didn't shut this tin too tightly because I will be opening it again in probably like 20 minutes. I honestly don't think it will take that long to dry. I could feel it drying up on me when the camera fell. And then when I went back to the same spot, it's like, oh, this is quite thick and tacky. But right now I'm going to take a coffee break and hang with Eddie outside, and then we'll come back for the second coat, guys. Actually, before I go, let me take this time to thank everyone again while it's on my mind. I want to thank everyone who supports us, all the subscribers, all the love, all the donations, all the super thanks, all the gifts. And thank you so much, Julie, for Eddie's ties. I love them and he loves them, and he just looks so dapper. He's wearing the red and black stripy one today, or maroon and black, or pinky black. Yeah, I'm going to take him out the front right now, and hopefully some neighbours might walk past and gush over his new tyres. I'll film it if they do. Okay, so we are back. The paint is nice and dry now. The aircon dried it real quick. Eddie refused to wake up off the loft bed and go outside, so there's not much happening outside. That's why I didn't film anything, but right now I'm going to pour the rest of the paint in here, and or maybe try to leave a little bit for the cutting, and yeah, get that second coat of rolling on. As you can see, there's not much left. I hope it's enough to finish that wall. Pretty much empty. I really hope it's enough paint to finish this wall, but all I can do is pray at this stage and just keep at it. The good thing is the second coat never takes as much paint, so that's what I'm relying on. I've had to turn the aircon off because it is cold in here now. I guess I didn't really need this ladder. It only helps me get up on the bench top. I'm actually working by standing on the bench top, if you haven't noticed. I should probably have. I'm almost out of paint, but I think it will be just enough, guys. Oh, bless me. 2 coats of rolling the white paint is finally done. What I might do is I might turn the aircon back on just to help dry it quickly again, even though it is freezing in here right now. And then the tiny little bit of leftover paint in the tray, I'm going to find the paintbrush and start cutting in with that leftover paint before I use what's left in the tin, because I don't want that to go to waste. I don't want it to dry up. Just in case, I don't want to risk it. If I can get, you know, maybe at least 1 or 2 coats of cutting with this leftover paint, then I should definitely have enough. So what I'm going to do to be able to access that leftover paint easier is I'm going to put that roller in a separate garbage bag. Oh no, I just ripped the crap out of it. But you know what, I'll just make it work. Who cares, right? That will hopefully keep it nice and moist until I'm ready to roll the other walls. And this will hopefully keep it moist for the next 20 minutes while the wall is drying. The aircon is back on. I haven't really made any mess up there, which I'm really grateful for. But I'm gonna see if Eddie can get his lazy butt outside, and yeah, we'll come back in about 20 minutes. So the paint is now nice and dry again. I'm gonna begin cutting with this leftover paint in the tray, which is not that much. I couldn't get Eddie to go outside again either. I don't know what is wrong with him today. He normally loves going outside and being the nosy neighbour. I guess that fashion parade really wore him out yesterday, eh? I'm not going to be using any painter's tape today because I can't be bothered. Hopefully the angle of this brush will help me paint a straight line anyway. It's good that I can just reach the bottom of the corners without having to climb this ladder. I can't believe I've been procrastinating on doing this job, because once you start, it actually doesn't take that long. I mean, I didn't think I'd get this much done so far today. Not sure if I'll have time to edit the video today, but you know, at least this part of it is done so far. I think it still needs another 3 coats of cutting, but once I start, it won't take long. I do feel a little rushed though, because I want to make use of all this leftover paint before it dries up on me. I want this wall to match with the other half of it that I've already painted. And I'm not sure the different brand of paint, if it will be slightly different. If it's a whole different wall, even if it joins, it won't be as obvious because it would just look like shadow or something. Who knows? I might even be able to get the rest of the 3 coats on today before work. Hopefully. I think I would rather that than have time to edit the video, because I will be finishing late at work tonight and then having to go to the gym to shower, so then I'm going to be buggered. But I could work on the video in the morning before work again and hopefully get it up for you all, because then tomorrow this will be fully dry and I can start hoarding stuff up here. That way I can get a lot more stuff off the bench top here, and yeah, maybe even some more stuff off the floor. The good thing is these cabinets are white, so any imperfections that I'm making right now, whoops, yeah, it won't be as obvious. There's a bug in the corner, a dead one. This tray is nearly out of paint. I think I'm only going to have enough to do 1 coat of this cutting, which is fine, I guess. I just have to pray that the rest in the tin will finish it off. And that's the last of it. That's also the last in the tray. But you know what? I'm gonna still keep it anyway. Even if I get like, you know, 2 meters of cutting, it may just be the 2 meters that I need by the end of it, if that tin runs dry. So what I'm going to do to save my paintbrush is wrap it in cling wrap once again. I do plan to do another coat of cutting once it's dry. I'll put the aircon back on. Hopefully it will only take 20 minutes to dry again. And I'm going to save this tray and get as much as I can out of it before I have to get ready for work, because yeah, if I leave it till tomorrow, there's not much left in there at all. That I don't believe it will stay wet until tomorrow. I want to make the most of it. That only took 10 minutes. It's dry already, so I'm going to get on the second coat. Well, that leftover paint in the tray got me right across the top, which is great. And maybe I can get a tiny bit more, yeah, to go along a little bit at the bottom here. I'm pushing it. It's feeling a little dry now. Maybe if I can just get enough out of it to finish the top of this cupboard, I'll be happy. Don't know if you could quite see what I was doing, but I made sure to paint under the cornice because that was that off color white, and it just blends it in with the color of the cornice a lot more. I am going to start to use this paint tin now. You know what? There's actually a fair bit in here. I probably have way more than enough. Well, not way more, but you know, way enough. Now that I'm rushing to get it finished, kind of feel like my work is getting a bit sloppy. If I don't have time to eat and I have to eat at work, that's what I'll do just to get this finished. The good thing is I work in a kitchen, so I can just eat away at the chips or something while I'm working. My boss is awesome, so she lets me. This is the last strip of the second coat. Oh man, it's so exciting, but I'm getting exhausted. I am surviving off 2 coffees right now. I think that's it for the second coat. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll show you what it looks like now with the second coat, and then I'll come back after I've painted the third coat, because you guys don't want to keep watching me do this crap. It's like watching paint dry, literally. This is what the second coat looks like. As you can see, I think it needs another 2. That's where the line was before. I don't know if you can tell where the new paint has joined onto the old paint. It's not too obvious, which is good. And I'll throw this out now, the garbage bag anyway. I'll see you all again soon. Eddie has decided to crawl out of bed. What's going on in the neighborhood, Eddie? Anything interesting? What do you have to say to your fans, Eddie? You gonna work with that tie on or what? You owe me some rent, Eddie. So this is the third coat of the cutting on the wall, which is starting to blend in a lot more. One final one should perfect it, I think. About 5 minutes ago, I just got a message with some bad news. So the second job I picked up, like the new one recently, they just messaged me to say that their old carer is back and they no longer need my services. So I guess everything happens for a reason. I know the old carer, she bought a caravan and apparently travelled up to Western Australia. I didn't realise it was going to be a short-term job. I hope I didn't do anything to offend them and they're afraid to tell me, because I worked hard. I did everything that was asked of me and I tried to be respectful, but maybe I'm just being paranoid. I guess I'll just have to find another client, and I do believe everything, even everything bad happens for a reason. I can turn that into some sort of strength or power and move the on, you know. Maybe they didn't like me as a person. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll see you guys after the last coat. And this is the 4th and final coat of the cutting done, with 2 coats of rolling. I think it's turned out all right. That's it from a distance. I'm exhausted. I have to get ready for work now and head off, so I won't have time to edit at all. That is the leftover paint, which is stuff all, but I might keep it anyway. Oh, and with this tray, I can just turn this garbage bag inside out and yeah, tie it up. The paint is on the inside, as you can see. Hey Eddie, you want to say goodbye? I feel a little bit down after hearing from that new job, but you know, life goes on, things will work out. They always do, but I really like that job, you know, and I really like the other carers there, and even the two owners. Like, I thought they were lovely people. But anyway, Eddie wants to say goodbye. Eddie, what did you turn around for? Don't you want to say goodbye? Can you say goodbye to our fans, please? You're so dapper, Eddie. He loves his new cat tower.